Hi folks, Jason Roberts over here at sellmyhouse.com and America's Best Rehabs. Today we've got Carl Grinstad with us. He is our local realtor partner here in the Palm Coast area. You saw our video the other day where we basically did some pre-qualification of properties. Carl found 10, 11, 12 houses for us to look at. We went through the numbers, and then based on that, we went in and looked at 4 properties.
Yes.
Today we'll kind of tell you about the properties and what we're going to do with them. So the first property we went and looked at, Carl, was 11 Village.
11 Village.
Yes, sir.
Based on the comps in the area, we came to a market value of $110,000 to $115,000.
So obviously we're looking at comps. We also want to look at things on the market. We really try to avoid anything that's a short sale in terms of the price points because they haven't sold at that price. So we try to look at what's sold and then other houses that are not short sales to get to come to our numbers. We went and looked at the house, great neighborhood, which is important. Based on that $115,000 value, we assumed it'd be about $10,000 in repairs. Our offer was $80,000.
Yes.
So we're gonna write up an offer, send it to the bank for $80,000. This was an REO property, so something we were pretty serious about. The next house we looked at was the Flamingo property.
That's correct.
What did we come up with?
Based on the comps in the area, that one was also valued at $110,000 to $115,000.
Problem with this house was it's a 2-bedroom. We usually try to shy away from 2 bedrooms, but cosmetically great looking house. Didn't need a lot of work. We're looking at roughly $10,000 in repairs. What we were really excited about was the price, which was $69,000. Problem with this one was the short sale.
Correct.
So what did we figure out the comps were on this one?
110 to 115.
So
the 69,000. That's a good starting point.
Good price point. We offered the full amount, and with $10,000 in work, it's a place to start. We would have roughly 80 in it, with an opportunity to sell up to for about 110, something like that. Next house was Big Dipper. I think we were both. When we looked at the house, it was probably the house that needed the most work.
Yes.
When you looked at the comps, I think you were a little bit surprised.
Much surprised. There were some high price comps in the area, but some lower ones as well. We came to a market value guesstimate of around $120,000.
I think, and basically you thought there's a chance that this thing could sell for more.
Yes. We had one sell for $154, $189, $149. So it's kind of all over the map.
So I mean, on the plus side, there's an opportunity that we can make more than 120. In the investment business, we don't overpay. We have to assume the lowest price point when we're making an offer to the bank,
right,
because we don't want to get stuck with a problem. So based on that number, this house needed roughly $20,000 worth of work. Now, you talked to the listing agent.
I did.
What'd they tell you about that?
The listing agent had accepted an offer from a cash buyer 2 weeks ago for $76,000. The bank denied that and stated that they wanted at least $85,000. We're coming in underneath that, but we're hoping the bank is going to figure out that they're a little overpriced.
Excellent point. We don't have to worry about what the bank says. All we can control is our price point. We think we know it needs at least 20. It needed a lot of work. It needed at least 20,000. At $120,000 price point, excuse me, we come in, what was our offer on that one? We're going to offer...
we offered 78.
Excuse me. All right, so at $78,000, $20,000 worth of work, we're going to be in the property around $120,000 offer. That's close to probably scary, but with some higher comps, it may work out for us. So we're going to put an offer on that property. And then the last property we looked at was the property on Forester in the F section.
That's correct.
Another great area. Again, a house that surprised us.
Yes. It's an outstanding area, and the layout of this property was eccentric to say the least, but very, very cool, we thought. The market value we came to was $140,000 for that area. There was houses that sold for $201, $150, $110, and then all the way down to $77. So we kind of had to take a guesstimate on what we thought that property would go for with that square footage and what it had.
And that property had a pool.
It had a screened-in pool and a screened-in menagerie, which is like an indoor Japanese garden type of deal with a waterfall and whatnot. It was very cool.
It was definitely one of those houses needed quite a bit of work. It was
Yes.
possible, we weren't sure about the roof, but it was possible that it might need a roof. We assumed 25,000 in rehabs based on the comps of what you came up with, about 140. We submitted an offer, or we're going to submit an offer for 85,000. We'll be in that property for about 110 roughly, with a market value of at least 140. Again, right kind of in the sweet spot of what
Right.
we're looking for. So basically we looked at, we pulled 12 houses that we started with yesterday morning. We went and looked at 4 of those houses and decided to make offers on all 4 of the properties. One of them is a short sale. 2 of them were a short sale.
2.
So, half of them were REOs, and we've got a good shot at trying to get them. The other half, kind of a gamble. We'll just see how it goes. So let's do some paperwork and get some offers in. All right.